Are you new to Levski? Well, in this navigation guide, I'm going to show you exactly how to find each shop. I'm going to show you how to get to each one so you don't get lost. I'll show you exactly where to buy weapons, armor, how to go refine, how to go sell cargo, and a couple of other things. In order to make this guide easy to follow, we need a return point. So each time I'm going to start right in front of this statue. Right behind us is the hangars, and this is the first place we're going to visit, the ship shop. So let's head over here. We're going to go to the elevators, and then I'll show you exactly where to buy your first ship, or at least buy a ship. Here you can see the signage, Teach Ship Shop. This is where we're going to go. You can also find other things here, but the main shop here is where you can buy ships. So let's call the elevator. Once we are in the elevator, we can just hit this button right here. We go to the ship shop. You can see here is Teach Ship Shop. In here, you can buy ships and also buy components. Here is the first terminal to buy some components. And here is a bunch of other terminals where you can buy ships. I'm not going to give you a full tour. I just want to show you how to get here. Now, let's head back to the statue. We're back at our starting point, the statue. In order to buy cargo, we're going to use this elevator here. So next up, we will go to the cargo center. You will need to wait for an elevator. So once it opens, you can just enter. You don't have to press any buttons. It's basically like a train. It arrives when it arrives and it leaves when it leaves. So just get on it. The first stop here, once it opens, will be the cargo center, where you can buy a bunch of cargo and a little bit of armor as well. You can also get the max lift here. So if you need one, you can get it all here. On the left hand is the terminals to buy cargo. And at the back here is where you can buy armor or a max lift. You can see you can even buy a very nice suit that's called resistant. Now let's head back to the statue and I'll show you how to refine. In order to refine, you want to take the right elevator here again. We just missed it, so I'm quickly going to wait and get on it. Once the elevator is here, you can just get on it. Now, we will need to wait 2 elevator rides. So let's ride it. Here is the first stop. Don't get off just yet. Just wait. There we go, it's closing. Now we're going to do one more ride here. This is the second stop, and here we can find the refinery. You'll know once you see these fires. Once here, you can go sell your raw ore or refine it. Just head over here. You can make your way down. Very easy to navigate. You can see here's all the armors, even a hot resistant suit, plus all the lasers that you can need. Here you can refine your goods. So if you go mine here in Nix, you can refine everything there, or you can go sell your ore right here. Now that you know how to refine, let me show you the medical clinic. If you need medicine, then in order to find the medical clinic, you can just go to the right here. Super easy to find, probably very convenient as well, since it is right at the spaceport. So you can just go forward here and all the way up. A little bit of a dead body there, but here you can find everything you need medical wise. There's a bunch of terminals. Will also spawn here if you die, so you can navigate here and buy everything you need. Here you can check in. You can make your way over here as well. Here is the pharmacy. I bet here you can buy everything. So pretty decent. Let's head back to the statue. Now that you know where to get medical supplies, let's go get a gun. In order to do this, we can head over to the left elevator here. This will take us to the Grand Bazaar. So just wait here for it. Once the elevator is here, we can enter. Once it opens, we can just exit. And here you can see is the Grand Barter, I guess. I always call it the Grand Bazaar, but it's the Grand Barter. Here we can take a left. Keep running forward. Keep going up the steps. Once here, we can make a left. And on the left hand side is the gun shop. Here you can buy all sorts of guns and ammo. They're pretty decent. You can find the terminal at the front here. Usually it's very busy, so use the back terminal here where it is not as busy. Way better. Usually I come here rather than the front. You can also find another one here. So don't stand in a queue. Use another terminal. There's not just one, so pretty decent. I'm going to go back to the statue and then I'll show you exactly where to get armor next. Now that you have a weapon, where can you buy armor? Well, we're going to go to exactly the same place. We're going to take the left elevator here to the Grand Barter. Once the elevator arrives, we just want to get inside of it. Once here, we can exit. And it's the same procedure. We just want to enter Grand Barter here. This is where we can buy our armor as well. Plus a bunch of other trinkets here and there. For example, like specialty helmets. But I'm only going to show you the armor shop and maybe a couple of other things. So just head down the stairs here. Once here, you just want to run forward. And here you can see a blue sign. This is where we can get all our armor. So I'm just going to go forward. There's also a secret shop up there. I'll show you in a minute. But first, let's take a look at the armors here. You can see very crowded. Lots of dolls around with armor on them. But here's the terminals. You can have a look for yourself. But the secret shop up here, you can also buy keys to hack things with. So we're just going to go up here again. All the way. I have no idea where we're going to use these keys, but they're definitely here if you need it. Just go up here and you can see you can buy them straight from the bench. Now let's return to the statue. Now that you know how to navigate most of Levski, let me quickly give you a tutorial on how the elevators work and their signage. So it's very important to always read where you're going. For the elevators, you can find the boards usually right next to them. This board you can see there's a yellow line. So we're at 1 at the moment and the yellow line will go to the cargo deck. So always look for this yellow line. At the moment we're at 1, so it will go to the cargo deck. If we head over to the other one, you can see where it's going as well. Very important to remember this. So we can just go here. You can see we're at number 1 here. And it will go to number 2, which is the Grand Barter Market. And here you can read a little bit about what's available there as well. Same goes for the other things. So if you take this elevator, the first elevator is going to be the Grand Barter Market. And then the second elevator is going to go straight to Refinery. And once you take this elevator, you stay on it. It will go all the way up again to cargo. So always look for these lines and it will help you navigate it. That's the basics of the elevators. Now that you know how to navigate, let me show you a couple things outside of Levski that you need to take note of. There's a couple of cargo decks and a few other things where you can quickly repair. So I'm just going to go to my hangar here and call my ship. Once at your hangar, here is a terminal. Very convenient. As soon as you run in, you have your terminal. We'll see here when we leave, we're basically in this big hole. I'm just going to be above it and then we can work from there. Just above this big hole is a sign called Hope is here. You're going to use this as a reference. So if I go third person here and I look to the opposite side, you'll find some really nice pads. You can use these to repair your ship. They're very convenient. You can also unload your cargo. If you feel brave, hopefully nobody steals your cargo here. But you can just land here, unload your cargo. Maybe you only have 1 box. Makes it very convenient. Also a bunch of other ones for bigger ships and smaller ships. So very convenient. Let's head back to the Hope sign. We're back at the Hope sign here. In order to unload your other cargo, for example, let's say you have a bigger ship, but you want to unload in space. Well, you can do this by heading down this hole right here. So let's head down. You'll see there's some structures at the bottom here. Be very careful. Sometimes here can be cargo. But as you head down, you'll find cargo elevators here on your left. Just keep going. Usually bigger ships will use this, make it a bit easier to unload. You can see here's the first one. Let's go down a little bit more. Keep going. So here you can see is the first cargo elevator. You basically go here and you call your cargo. Let me just zoom in. You can go onto that little platform, pull the cargo, and the side panel will fill with cargo. So you can just load from space. But obviously, sometimes other people can steal your cargo. So just be very careful. I hope this navigation guide helped you navigate Levski a little bit better. If it did, leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more videos just like this. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.